So back to school is just around the corner. In fact, I know some of you guys have started school already. For preschool teachers, circle time is a really essential part of our class. So I know that even if we're doing classes online, we still need to find ways to have fun and effective circle time periods with our students. So today I'm going to share with you some things that I did during circle time periods online that I think could be really helpful to you. So before I even start my circle time period, I like to do what I call sharing and catching up. So this is the time where students start to log into the meeting link. Before I even start the official or the formal lesson, I like to give my students time to talk. So I ask my students, how are you doing? Is there anything you want to share? And for sure, the students will have things to share. Now, there's a few reasons I like to do this. The first is that I think it really helps build your connection. It makes the students feel that you listen to them and that you actually care about their stories, about the things that are happening in their lives. Second, once you build your relationship with your students, it actually increases engagement. Students like to listen to teachers that care about them. And third, the more things that you get them to share before your circle time period starts, the less they'll actually interrupt with you when you actually start your lessons. So when you've given your students the chance to share and to talk, this is the time where you can sing the cleanup song, or you can simply count down from 10 and tell them that when you say 0, the students have to be sitting down in their chairs, facing their computers, ready to listen and ready to learn. So once the students are ready, we always start our circle time with a prayer. Now, something I actually really like to do during the prayer time is to teach my students to pray spontaneously. So sometimes I do let them pray songs, like prayer songs that are already formulated. But there are times when I like to call them one by one and I ask them to think of one thing that they can say thank you for. I made a video on my Instagram account where I show you the spontaneous prayers that my students did. So if you want to watch that video, I'm going to link it in the description box for you. Now, after we're done praying, we go into our greeting or our hello songs. There are actually a lot of hello songs that you can find here on YouTube. So I'll try to make a playlist where I show you the hello songs and some of the other circle time songs that I use in my class. But during my last video where I showed you back to school game ideas, I actually shared with you 2 of my favorite greeting songs. So if you want some more hello song ideas, I'll link that video in the description box for you also. When you're done singing your hello songs, when you're done greeting each other, I like to ask my students how they're feeling today. This is a really nice way, again, for you to show your students that you care about them and that you care about the way that they feel. It also helps them see that feelings are neutral and that no matter what they feel, it's actually okay. So I sing a feeling song with them and then I ask them one by one, how do you feel today? A little tip, always encourage them to speak in complete sentences. So for example, if the student replies happy, I always encourage them to say, can you say, I feel happy? So that's just a little way to integrate good communication skills into your circle time. So we're done greeting each other. We're done asking each other how we feel. Now it's time to talk about the days of the week. Now this is the part of the video that I was actually really excited to share with you. 2 years ago, my friend teacher Judy, so if you're watching this, teacher Judy, hi. She taught the teachers in the school this Days of the Week song. And I noticed that when I started implementing this into my circle time, my students learned the days of the week much more quickly than they used to. I think the reason that they learn it better is because in this song, each day of the week is associated with an action. So I'm going to show you how it goes. There are 7 days, there are 7 days, there are 7 days in a week. There are 7 days, there are 7 days, there are 7 days in a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Now, I also have a printable that you can download, and when you ask them what day of the week it is, you can actually pin down the card that says, today is, and put it on the day of the week. After we talk about the day of the week, we ask the students what the weather is like today. Now, when we started online school, I was actually kind of confused how to do this part, because when we're in class, we all look outside the window and we see the same weather, right? Because we're in the same place. But when you do it online, some kids can look outside their window and see sunny and some can see rainy. So I was like, if I call them one by one, it's going to take really long. So I decided to come up with this idea. I made a weather wheel. Okay, I made a weather wheel printable and I sent it out to the students. Now I asked them to form it, and during class, when it's time to ask them the weather, all they have to do is move the arrow into the weather that they see outside their window. I can still ask one student to say it just so that they can also practice, but that way, even if the student isn't the one that's being called, they can still participate. Now, I made this printable available on Teachers Pay Teachers, so you can check it out in the description box below. There are also 5 other variations of this weather wheel. There's this one that's already pre-colored, but if you want, you can use the version that's like a coloring page, send it out to your students and let them color it and let them build their own weather wheel. So again, you can get this printable on Teachers Pay Teachers. The link to that is in the description box below. Now, before I go into the actual lesson for this circle time, I like to let the students do some sort of movement. So I usually prepare a dance or a game that can either be related to the lesson you're about to have or just a random game that gets them moving. That was intense, girl. Okay. It's so long. Okay. It's fun for the students and for me. It helps to get both of us into a good mood and to get ready for the lesson ahead. Now, when you're done with all those little things from the circle time routine, it's time for you to get into the lesson proper. Now, I highly encourage you to present your lesson through games, through stories, through art activities, or through songs. Now, if you want to get ideas for what you can do for the lesson proper part of circle time, I highly encourage you to subscribe to this channel because I am planning to make a video for every single lesson plan that I make. That way, you can have a lot of ideas of things to do with your students during your online classes. But for now, that's all for this video. I hope you found this helpful and I'm wishing you a fun and engaging circle time. See you next time. Bye!